Merricat Blackwood, a teenager with a lively imagination, lives in a mansion along with her elder sister and wheelchair-bound uncle. The only time anyone has ever left the house in 6 years is when Merricat reluctantly heads down to the village for the weekly shopping. The family is alienated from the villagers who mock Merricat during her shopping trips. Several years ago, in a freak accident, the rest of the Blackwood family were wiped out during dinner after arsenic was mixed into the sugar bowl, and Constance, the elder sister, who prepared the dinner, is thought to have gotten away with murder by the villagers. When I finished this short book, I wasn't quite sure I liked it. It was interesting, but I never really felt like it was going anywhere, and before long it was over. There's quite a few different genres that seem to manifest from the pages. The balmy trio of the Blackwood family, who go day by day through painfully boring traditions, have life injected into them by the crazy ramblings of Uncle Julian, who speaks so casually about his family's deaths like a gossipy soap drama fan. In addition to these absurdly dark comedic elements, which sometimes feel like a family comedy, there are genuine moments of tension and terror, and then revelations of the denial of sinister truths and maddening pasts. There's a definite sense of otherness about the town villages and this wall that exists between them and the Blackwood Manor. Closer to the main characters, we feel an aura of agoraphobia, with the manor being the only solace for the two girls and each other. There's some maddeningly nonchalant reactions to some incredibly disturbing events, and yet it seems as though as long as the girls have each other and the castle, it will all be okay. Madness is made normal, sociopaths evoke empathy, and it's all a bit uneasy right until the very last page. We're confronted with all sorts of horrors in this tale, but none of the conventional kind. A lot of the classic horror elements are there: big house, isolated woman, strangers on the outside, but author Shirley Jackson puts a wicked spin on it. There's even a suggestion of supernatural elements at play, what with the protagonist constantly putting spells on things and bewitching things. At first I thought this was just a juvenile imagination doing its thing. Her narration is childlike and playful. But acknowledging that she might not be that balmy and is in fact a witch adds a whole new dynamic to the book, especially as though she casually evokes some sinister and disturbing imagery in her thoughts. Very recently I read Gregory Maguire's Wicked, telling the tale of the Wicked Witch of the West from the Wizard of Oz from her own point of view. There is something similar going on here. We have always lived in the castle sometimes comes off as a spin on the mythical witch's tale, or the old dark house you should never let your kids play near, or the boogeyman whose name you shouldn't say in front of the mirror 3 times because he'll come and get you. Except it's like we're hearing the boogeyman's twisted testimony. We are on the inside looking out. It's an interesting read. Not really my kind of book, but nonetheless I give it a 7 out of 10. Worth reading.